Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is another journal with me video. I actually recorded this at my parents' house, so I'm not too sure of the lighting, whether it'll be okay or similar to my previous video. Hopefully it will be okay after I upload it to YouTube, because from what I see here on my phone it seems to be okay. Yep. So let's start. First I'm gonna take out a few pieces of vintage light paper. Now I say it's vintage light because these are not actual vintage paper, it's just printed on. So they sell this on, I think, Shopee, you can get it, or maybe AliExpress, or even those Instagram seller. Yeah, so I choose a few that I think the color would go well with each other, and I'll tear them up and to form a collage, a simple collage. Now this setup is a very simple vintage type setup, and is very similar to what I've been doing in my previous journal with me video. Now I mean, there's nothing what you call this, out of my comfort zone, I would say, because I'm at my parents, so I do not have all my journal supplies with me. Only those that I can carry with me, like vintage paper, a couple of stamps, and I can't be taking all my punches or the die cutting machine with me. It's way too bulky and heavy. So, yep. So after I put down this vintage like paper that has the wording, I will be doing some watercoloring. I'll be putting some watercolor background, and I will be using this, I think it's called Fine Tech watercolor, that has this metallic and shimmering effect. I love to use the watercolor as background because they are not too obvious or not too stand out that it's too bright, so it's just nice to serve as a background. Now the color I choose, I think, is called golden orange. I can't be sure, but I'll link everything down below. And it gives this very vintage light effect to my spread. So lately I think everyone has been affected by the coronavirus, and here we are also being given the movement restriction order to stay at home at all time, unless you have to go out to buy some basic necessity. Even with that, one family are allowed to have only one person to go out to buy the necessity that you need. And however, I still need to work, because the company I work for is actually a glove manufacturing company, so it's a very vital product now at this stage. So we are allowed and being given permission to run our production as per normal. So that's why I have to stay at my parents, so that my parents can take care of my son while I'm at work. Yeah. But I really hope that everyone is staying at home safely, and just try to stay positive, and of course to pray that everything will be under control soon. And yeah, I think everyone is responsible to make sure that the virus will not spread, and of course will be contained, and hopefully that we can overcome this challenging period very, very soon. And of course, really thankful to all the frontliners like doctors and nurses, to risk their own health, even their life, to try to save the patients, and just try to give comfort to everyone. And of course, people like the postman, even garbage collector, they're still doing their job you know, as per normal, because yep, they need to ensure people are getting their parcels and mails and garbage are collected so that everyone can stay at their home more comfortably. Yep. So these people are very, very brave, and yeah, very thankful to them too. Okay, after sticking everything down, I'm taking this stamp that is sort of like a foam cling on stamp, but it's meant for fingers. I mean, you have to use your finger to get the stamp to stick on your fingers, and then you can stamp them down. I tried to use acrylic block. I thought it would be, you know, even though they said you can just use your fingers, I still want to use an acrylic block so that, you know, I can have a better control of the stamp. But then I found out that it's not advisable to use acrylic blocks for this stamp because it's stuck on way too tightly. So when I try to pull the stamp off, I'm so afraid that it will break into two. Yep. So after that incident, I just use my fingers as per instruction. And here I'm using this postage like stamp to form a stamping collage. And I'm gonna use this wording stamp as well. Now these are China brand stamps, so of course their quality are not as good as those branded ones like Tim Holtz, Dilutions, and yeah. But I think for the price, it is reasonable and I mean good enough. And of course, it won't give a very clear picture, but then it still, you know, serve its purpose. If you know what I mean, yeah. And next up, I'm gonna stamp this very gorgeous girl stamp on this journal card. Now, I actually wanted to find a white cardstock or even a white piece of paper to stamp this on, but as I said earlier, I'm staying at my parents'. I do not have that type of supplies here, so I only have some journal cards with me, but it's white, but then there's some grid, you know, grid lines behind, but you know, it's okay, it still work. And here I'm just showing you this set of girl stamp that I just got. It's gorgeous and pretty, and the size is just nice. So after this, I'm gonna be putting in some color for this girl stamp before I cut it out. Of course, if you know you want to have this girl image or to use it in your setup journal, you can always use the girl sticker like the LDV one, which are very famous among journaling society or even planner society. But I tend to like to use stamps where I can put in the colors I want and then just cut it out and stick it on. You know, it's just another way to get a girl image in your journal. And here I'm gonna stick it down in my collage. But first, I'm gonna put down some washi tape as my background. Oh man, now I know that 1.6 times is really too slow for me because I do not have much things to say in my, you know, journal with me video most of the time. I do voiceover just so that, you know, I can sort of talk through what I was doing in my video so that, you know, you guys can see and sort of understand the process, I guess, or sort of, you know, in the same mood as I'm in, you know, with me in doing the voiceover here. But then yeah, it's way too slow. I do not know why I can't. I normally can speed it up to like 1.8 times, but for this round I can't, and Maybe I will try to find another apps to edit my video. Anyway, I'm gonna put down this girl image now using my glue tape. I didn't use a glue because this card, journaling card, is quite thick, so you know, if you use glue, it won't stay on really well with thick paper. So I use my glue tape instead. And here I'm taking out this transparent floral sticker, and this sticker is sort of the material of this sticker is like a shiny plastic type, so that's why you can see that it will reflect the lights from my table lamp. Yeah, and later on try to cover it up with a piece of paper so that it's not so glaring. Yeah, so you can see it's reflecting all the lights. And here I'm taking out my vintage tickets collection. I have 2 of these files, so you can imagine how much vintage tickets I have here. So I just want to take out a piece to use on my collage. So I'm gonna stick it down with my glue stick. And then I'm done for the right side. Left side. So I'm moving on to my right side, and as per my usual style, I will have a little collage on the other side as well to show that these 2 pages actually are referring to the same day of my journal. Yep. Again, I'm gonna glue it down with my glue stick. So here I'm gonna be putting down the same washi tape as I put on the left side. And next up, I'm going to be using another stem that has some kind of wording as well. It's a bit narrower, so it's just the perfect size for my collage on this side, because this is a smaller collage as compared to the one on the left. Now, at first I thought that if I use my finger I'll have a better control of the stem, but that's actually not true at all. You know, it's sort of stuck to your finger, so after you have some ink on it, you can't actually move it around anymore without getting the ink on your fingers. So yeah, but with acrylic block you'll have more control over the stem. So here I am with glassine paper, and I'm gonna stamp down this Ling Channing stamp, which is something like a press flower label. And I'm gonna use another wording stamp to form just a simple collage. So I have this set of wording stamp that I can choose from, and I decided to use the narrower wording stamp. I'm gonna use my Stays On ink pad. in, I think, olive green. Is it olive green? Let me have a look. I have it with me right now. Yes, it's olive green. And I really like how it turns out, so I'm gonna tear it out and then put it down with my glue tape. I'm gonna tear it around the edges so that it has this rough edge feel to it. So after putting this down, I'm gonna stamp my date. The stamp I'm gonna be using is actually from my paper projects. Before that, I'm gonna put down another vintage tickets. Yep. So I'm going to be clearing my things away because this is actually a very small table. And here, these are the stamps that I was talking about. It's actually from my paper projects, so they are alphanumerical. I'm not sure whether she still have this on sale because this is like a limited edition and you have to pre-order it. Yep. So I'm gonna stamp in 26 March 2020. So again, I hope that all of you are enjoying this video and something to positive and to look at during this period. And I hope that my video will give up the positive vibe to everyone. And also, yeah, really pray and hope that all of you are staying at home safely. And yeah, I will try to do a weekly journal with me if I can, because like I said, I'm still working. So yeah, I need to manage my to schedule my time to be able to do a journal with me at my parents' house. Yep. And that's it for today's journal with me. So until I see you guys next time, do take care. And yep, I'll thank you guys for watching. So stay safe everyone. Thank you. Bye.